Quick cuts from Knife Chats. Like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you. Today's quick cut, a look at my Mermaid of Warsaw marlin spike knife. And as you can tell, it is in white smooth bone. And as you may have guessed, it started off life as a Rough Rider white smooth bone marlin spike knife. And that's why Rough Rider makes all of its white smooth bone knives without a shield or anything, so that scrimshaw artists or scrimshanders can actually do some work on it. Now, I did not do the actual scrimshaw work on here. That was done by a guy named H. Brad O'Brien back in 2010. He was a friend of mine on a knife group, and he agreed to do the work for me, but I had to come up with the artwork, and that's what I did. So the drawing here was drawn by me. It was based off of an old photo or an old drawing that I found of the Mermaid of Warsaw. I had to edit it to fit onto a handle, and then H. Brad O'Brien did the actual work for me. But let's first go over a little bit of the history of the actual Mermaid of Warsaw, because it's kind of odd when you think about it, because Warsaw is a landlocked city in the middle of Poland. Yes, it is the capital of Poland, but it is not near any major body of water other than the Vistula River. Now, the Vistula River begins, I believe, down in Belarus, or even maybe further south than that, and it flows north through Poland and dissects the city of Warsaw, and then continues north and empties into the Baltic Sea. And the story goes that several centuries ago, a mermaid swam down the Vistula and got caught in a fishing net in the city of Warsaw, and a farmer happened upon the mermaid, who was trapped in the net, and he freed her from the net. And at that point, the mermaid stuck around and originally was a defender of the farmer, but then eventually offered her services to defend the entire city of Warsaw. And because of the generosity of the farmer, she said that she would do that as long as the city of Warsaw stood. And so she has been there for several centuries, all the way through the partition of Poland between Germany, Russia, and the Austria-Hungary Empire, and then World War I, and then reunification in 1919, the Polish Bolshevik War, then the occupation by the Nazi Germany, occupation by the Soviet Union, and then the end of the Warsaw Pact in 1991, and finally Poland as a free country after 1991. So the Mermaid of Warsaw has gone through quite a bit, as has the people of Poland. But she still remains there as a defender of the city of Warsaw. Now, as for the artwork, there are actual stipulations on the way the Mermaid of Warsaw is supposed to be depicted. And that's the way she's been over many years. The picture I had was off of an old wood block, and it has not changed that much over time. The first thing is the Mermaid of Warsaw is nude. Next up, she will have a sword in her right hand, and that sword will be raised over her head. That's why you see it the way it is here. And actually in the wood block, it was the same way. It was stretched behind her back with the sword raised in her right hand over her head. And then she will have a shield on her left arm, protecting the front of her body. And then she will be facing to the left in any kind of artwork, with her tail facing to the right. And all of that made it kind of difficult to get it to fit on the handle, especially if I wanted to avoid the brass pins. So it did take quite a bit of work to get the mermaid drawn to fit on this long, thin handle on a marlin spike knife. But I thought it was worth it, especially with it not interfering with any of the brass pins. So there you have it. There's my Mermaid of Warsaw marlin spike knife. I still need to thank once again H. Brad O'Brien for actually doing the work of transferring the Mermaid to the handle. I wish I had such skills as his. He actually asked if I wanted it in color, and I said no, I want this in black and white, and that's why it is the way it is. In any case, stick around for the slideshow. I know this is a little bit long for a quick cut, but that's what happens when you run into something that I really like and I just can't shut up about it. And that's another wrap for a quick cut. Thanks a lot for dropping by.